Welcome to Gluten's 86. Please like and subscribe if you like this video. Now, because I'm gluten-free, I'm using Idaho potatoes because they are gluten-free. If you're not gluten-free, all you need is some Hungry Jack and like a cup of flour. So for this recipe, we're going to need half a cup of flour and half a cup of corn flour. I'm not going to go through all the ingredients I used, but I will have the full recipe below just in case it's a little hard to follow along. I mentioned the Hungry Jack way before, and with that way you don't have to put them in the oven. I've actually done both, just depending on if I'm eating them or not. And I just find that it's better to dry your Latkes in the oven for a little bit, because when they're wet, they're not going to fry. Everything's going to fall apart because there's no gluten in there. So here we are, just mixing our chicken, making sure all my seasonings are incorporated, because I will be using this chicken for like multiple recipes. Okay, we're gonna put that to the side. I had some hot water boiling on the stove. I really didn't measure it. I just did it by eye. And I'm doing this part by eye too. What you want is you want it to become like pasty and all incorporated, but you do not want it runny. It's not supposed to be like pancakes. You want it like a dough. You want that junk to feel like memory foam. And don't worry, if you mess up, if it's a little too mushy, just go back with a little bit of flour and firm it back up. You can cool down the dough, but I am impatient. So what I did was I created a big disc. I put my stuffing in, made a smaller disc, placed that on top, and used a bigger disc to cover up the smaller disc, and patted it down. I started making these this year because I was in a little situation where me and the person that I was living with, my roommate, would cook back and forth. And so I just wanted something easy but different, and I kind of just let these pop up in my head. Like, I've never had a Latkes before, but for some reason I knew what a Latkes was, and I made my own version. So here we are, and it was a smash hit. Everybody loved these things, and what they really liked about them is I don't fry them too hard the first time. You can refry them a second time because of that, and you can also just put them in the oven, and the leftover oils that's inside the breading, you know, it activates, I guess, and you can just warm it up in the oven and crisp it up more. So I actually froze like 3 of these for another day. Now, I put these in the oven at 350 for 15 minutes, and while I did that, I used some of the extra chicken to make me 2 tacos, because one thing about me is I don't care what I show y'all, I cook snacks before I cook. So like right now I'm about to cook, and I'm totally about to make me some fries. Like, I'm not about to eat afterward. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's just me. Also, I recorded this video like 2 months ago, and so I no longer use processed cheese, including vegan cheese. So we shall be cooking from scratch from now, because I learned that people with gluten intolerance and things like that, we also might not be able to handle a lot of processed stuff. And the alternative, this vegan cheese right here, is heavily processed. So I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to make my own cheese spreads, and I'm going to share the message. I'm not going to leave y'all hanging. I'm gonna be that grandma that saves everything, but I swear I'm not gonna allow expired stuff to be in my kitchen, because I literally save like packets and these thingies from whatever restaurant. I never know when I might need a sauce, and if I don't have a blender, hello, here we are. So here they are out the oven, and as you can see, they are light bright like me. So we're gonna let that oil boil, and then we're gonna put them in there. And the goal is just to have them golden brown, so it only takes about 2 to 3 minutes. You can fry them harder than I am, but you don't need to, especially not if you're gonna put them in the freezer like I am, or if you're eventually going to reheat them like I am. And here you go. Here is the finished product. This is what a finished Latkes looks like, full of meat. So now I'm going to show you how to make an all-purpose sauce that my mommy taught me. You're going to take 1 part mayo, 1 part ketchup, and about a tablespoon, or not that much, but some adobo. And you're going to put it in there, and you're going to mix it all together. And this goes good on almost everything, but definitely fish and tostones. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.